Okay, so we have all of our strong words for our picture. And the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to work on our story frame. And it looks like this. Now you'll want to have your picture handy and your storyboard handy because you're going to refer to those things while you're working on your story frame. So one of the things that you can do to help you is you can take and pull all of these stickies off of here and put them next to where you're working, because these are all your strong words, right, that will help you with your story. And set your picture in a safe place because you don't want it to get wrecked. Okay, so the first thing that you need to do is you need to put your name at the top of your paper. Okay, now this very first line reads in, on, at, which is a little confusing at first because you're like, what? That doesn't make any sense. It just says in and on. In, on, at. So you'll circle the correct word that goes with your sentence when you fill in the next part. So don't worry about that just this minute. Where does your story take place? Now, you may want to think about that for a minute. And then some of you might know where your story takes place. So my story takes place on Mars. So I'm going to circle the word on and write the word Mars. If your story took place at Grandma's house, then you would write Grandma's house here, and then you would circle at. Okay? But my story takes place on Mars. So I wrote Mars and I circled the word on. Then you need to put your real name. So my real name is Mrs. Feek. Became a superhero by. And then you will write in these next few lines how you became a superhero. And I wrote, Mrs. Feek became a superhero by being abducted from her home and taken to Mars for alien experimentation. And right now you can just write your thoughts down. Don't worry about spelling or punctuation just yet. Just get your ideas down, and then when you need help with spelling later, you can ask your teacher or an aide or somebody around you to help you with spelling. So don't worry about that right now. Just get your ideas down, okay? Okay. Now, the next line says, his, her superhero name is. Now, if you are a boy, then you will circle his. If you are a girl, you will circle her, okay? Her superhero name is, and then you put your superhero name in there. And mine is the Blue Brain. And has the superpowers too. So whatever your superhero powers are, and you can refer to some of these strong words that you already came up with, and your storyboard maybe can help give you some ideas too, because you put down ideas for your superpowers, right? So write those down. So what did I put? Her superhero name is the Blue Brain. And I'm going to add a word here. She has the superpowers to dance, fight, squiggle, punch, and think smart thoughts. And again, you have his, her, so I'm going to circle her, but you need to circle what's appropriate for you. Her weakness is, now what is your superhero's weakness? Write that in there. Her weakness is moist chocolate cake, because moist chocolate cake is a weakness for me. Her personality is, what is your personality? Are you mean? Are you nice? Are you friendly? Her personality is friendly. And then the next line says, her goal is to, so circle his or her, goal is to, what does your superhero want? Okay. My superhero wants to save the world. Does your superhero want to feed everyone hot dogs? Does your superhero want to make sweaters for everyone? I don't know. What does your superhero want? And then the next line says, but, and then you're going to put in what the obstacle or villain that tries to stop you from getting what you want. So, who is the villain or the nemesis for the Blue Brain? Well, I figured that out, and I had put that on my storyboard. So I'm all set. I can write that in there. Who's the villain? Who's going to stop me? Write that in there. So mine says, Stella the baker tries to stop her with her chocolate cake concoctions. In the end, your superhero's name, the Blue Brain, and then you write in the next part, how does your story end? So then you get to say how she wins, right? And mine ends, in the end, the blue brain uses her squiggle punch and smart thoughts to defeat Stella the baker. Okay? So take the next few minutes and go ahead and fill in your story frame with the information that has to do with your superhero.